Someone's don't like me, but because maybe I'm too good.
Patience is a skill we must master.
Do things when they don't always want to. And that's the separation.
To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent.
I just want to make a lot of money and tell people money is not everything for this life.
Past is past, it never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life. The present. Because you don't know that what's gonna happen tomorrow. You don't know. The gym, work, because you have more to show. You understand? Life continue. You cannot live in the past. I'm really good on that, you understand? I learned by the years that, listen, Cristiano, let's go. Because pain, you're gonna have all the time, uncertainty and constant work. Constant work. Doesn't matter what's gonna happen in your life, you have to continue. This is the way I see the life.
Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up too old.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
I was doing absolutely nothing. I was out getting into trouble. Yeah, it basically felt like I was doing fuck all. I was a waster. You know what I mean? I was a waster. Got that, called that a lot, you know what I mean? But now, like, and then when I start getting that focus and realize, no, fuck, I'm gonna make this happen. And then now that has happened, I'm making it happen. I have a great relationship with my dad. Like, we talk all the time. And I even see energy in him. And I see energy in your man. Like, it's depressing times for a lot of people around. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the country. A lot of people are struggling. Everybody's struggling. But now, since them seeing me chase this dream, it's given them an energy, and I see a new lease of life in them. And that alone spurs me on even more. So it's all just a perfect storm that's happening for me. And that is why I have this tunnel vision, and that is why I'm willing to kill every single man in my path to get that belt, you know what I mean? To secure the future, my family's future, you know what I mean? That's what I'm doing
everything. I mean, that's just not the way life works. We're all talented at certain things, but we can really continue to improve our weaknesses if we're humble enough to identify them, and we can build on our strengths. And I think we're all trying to find a more well-rounded aspect to ourselves, but a lot of that has to come with this understanding about yourself that what you know is very limited and what you don't know is limitless.
We're great. You know, growing up, it instilled in me the importance of imagination and curiosity. And understanding that, okay, if you want to accomplish something, I'm not just going to sit here and say, yes, you can do whatever you want. Yes, you can, but you have to also put in the work to get there, right? So they taught me that at a really early age, man. And when you grow up as a kid thinking that the world is your oyster, and all things are possible if you put in the work to do it, you grow up having that fundamental belief.
Yeah. I wasn't invited to parties or family gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. And I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Because during those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be right now.
I think so, yes. In my mind, I'm always the best. I don't care what the people are thinking, what they say. In my mind, not just this year, but always.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
You have to control your emotion. You know, when I go to the cage, I'm gonna control, and I have plan. Don't rush, stay relaxed, go forward and make him tired. After, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, I truly believe we are all equal as human beings. If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, regardless of anything else, if you are obsessed, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed. And that is a philosophy that I carry, my coaches carry, and to see LeBron James, who's like a mega superstar over here and a phenomenal athlete, share that belief is inspiring right back to me. It shows that we are thinking correct. You know, this is hard work. This is an obsession. Nothing can beat hard work.
In the morning, I got to do the extra work, and I got to show up when other guys aren't, and I've got to learn. I've got to continue to be open to learning. And my freshman year, I redshirted. Never played, barely practiced, but I learned a lot. Be the best of all time, ever. I wanted to be the best I could be, period. That's all I wanted. I learned that in college. It didn't matter what the other guys were doing. It didn't.
Powerful.
It mattered what I was doing. I had to look in the mirror every night, you know, for different reasons. Last year was a hard year for me, one of the hardest in my life, and I printed out the man in the glass, you know, the big poster, and I put it on my mirror in the bathroom, and I looked at it every single day. And I said, be proud of the man in the glass. Be proud of that man that wakes up every day and does the best that he could do with his priorities, you know? And a lot of things happen in our life. You know, we all face our challenges and adversities, and we all go through things, and I think life is about dealing with a lot of things that you didn't want to have happen in your life, whether it's your business or whether it's sports or whether it's personal or, you know, children. And like I said, we all have our unique challenges, but do the best you can do. Show up every day and make the commitment to yourself and the people that count on you, the people that you support you. And through a lot of failures, you're going to learn a lot, and you're going to hopefully be humbled, because sometimes, you know, you give your best and it doesn't work. And I learned that in sports, and you learn it in life in different ways too. Sometimes you do what you do, you try your best, you work hard, but it just doesn't in the end go the way you want. So what are you going to do? Quit? You're going to just blame everyone else? You're going to go in there and blame the guy next door and blame that person, blame the dog, and go out there and sleep until 10 o'clock? Or are you going to get out of bed, wake up, and go do something about it? Learn from it and make it better.
Is it a business that you can help in some form or fashion? What are the barriers of entry to that business? And then the entrepreneurs themselves, the company itself. Right? Do they have a culture that you believe is sustainable? Are these leaders people that you believe in? Are they people that are obsessives? And in turn, have they created a culture of obsessiveness?
It's not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice.
5 or 6 years, I went every single day without missing a single day. I never got sick. I was in the water on Christmas, birthday, holidays, everything. It didn't matter. And the thought process behind that was, when you take a day off in the sport of swimming, it takes you 2 days to get back to where you were. So when somebody is taking off on a Sunday, they're not back till Tuesday from where they were on Saturday. So I have that many days ahead of them. I was putting all of that, you know, we would call it putting it in the bank. We were storing all of this good work that we were doing, this hard work that we were doing, continuous hard work, and it was going to pay off. I think when you have a goal that's important enough to you, nothing will stand in your way, and that's what it was. You know, I wanted to accomplish those goals, and I was going to make it happen.
I don't know. I hope, you know, it's like, you know what interesting in this sport, even if you're 28 and old, 12 and old in UFC, you one of the biggest stars, you smash everybody. People are gonna talk about, you have to fight with him, you have to fight with him, you have to fight with him. Give me just respect. Put me on #1 pound for pound fight next week, and because I think I deserve this, because I dominate, you know, with all my opponents. I am undefeated, you know, and I think I deserve some respect. Very close, this is very important. Parents, everything, you know, your mother, your father, and that's it. And everything in your life is gonna be good. If you're gonna listen to your parents, mother, father, you know, be very close with them, you know, and that's it. I think other things, everything is calm, you know, because your parents gonna teach you what you have to do. But you know, when you're 15, 16 or 17 years old, you think you know everything, you know. You feel a little bit power. You forget about when you was 2 years old or 1.5 years old. You forget about everything. Now you big guy, 16 years old, okay, and you feel power, everything, and you sometimes you don't respect your parents. You have to remember everything. When you grow up, how they support you, how they give you life, you know. This is very important. Be your parents close, and that's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for everything.
I swam for over 20 years, and I can guarantee you there was probably 100 days where I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to stay in the pool or stay in my bed and not get out. But those were the days where you have to. You have to get up and do something, because I think that's really what separates the good from the great. The greats do things when they don't always want to do them.